Um, what happened to us, man? What happened to us? You know, man, there was a time, man, where we as black men, we had a standard of behavior in public. Now, what you did in your private life, that's fine. But in public, we had a standard of behavior. And now we the whores of the planet. For any amount of money, we will do anything. And we were taught this way. We were taught to be this way. We had a standard. In our original land, we would never be doing stuff like this. And under our original land and under our original teachings, we would never be doing something like this. For those of you that don't know, this is Lil Nas X, and he went on the BET Awards, and of course he is a admitted homosexual and open homosexual, and that's not where the massive problem is, because I don't think none of us can judge our people, man. We all got something going on, so none of us can judge any of our people. But it doesn't matter what we are doing in our private life. You know, there's some things that should be kept private, and this behavior should be kept private. Uh, I'm very disappointed when I saw this, man. I heard a lot of YouTubers talking about it, man, and it really um, made me sad, man, because it just shows black men in such a poor light. It shows that you are willing to do whatever for the bag. It's all about the bag. It's all about the bag, right? I remember Minister Farrakhan used to say back in the day, he used to say, people used to come to him and say, I only steal from white people. I don't steal from black people. And he said, yeah, but if you stealing is stealing, brother, eventually black people gonna get on that list. Eventually, if you stealing from white people, eventually you're gonna steal it from whoever's available. So the point is, it's not that I make these people. It's okay to do evil to these people, just not to these people. Eventually, if you're doing evil, it's gonna take over whatever you're doing. Um, and we would be saying the same thing if it was to a man and a woman doing this. So, for those of you with your homophobic bat out there already, this had nothing to do with being homophobia. But I'm clearly saying that I am not a person that is. I would not participate in uh, homosexual behavior. That's not my bag. But I'm not putting this person down for it. I know that something happened, something went awry. So that's why they're doing that. And if something went awry in all of us, something's wrong with all of us. So there's none of us that can say, oh, we're better than this person. This person's gay, so I'm better than him. It's not that. What we're saying is, for the sake of our people, we have to have a certain standard of behavior in public. So if this was a man and a woman, we'd be saying the same thing. That's something that you shouldn't do in public. Yeah, we just feel like, hey, and when I say we, I'm saying people that agree with me. We just feel like this is way too much. But what is the intent behind this? And what is this show? And who is getting a boost out of this? And why would they promote something like this? Do you think they would take a Jewish man here and a Jewish man here, put their lips together, and put it on JTV? Show me. Show me on JTV where they'll have something like this. Or DTV. Show me where they have it. They would never have it like that. They would never do something like that. Or show me on the Asian channel where they have something like this happening. Or show me on the Latino channel where they have something like this happening. No, brother. They got you. They got you. And you don't realize that they got you. They're showing the world how much of a whore you are and how much of a punk you are, black man. And you don't even realize it. They're showing the world, look at these nasty ass people. They filthy. They some filthy ass people. We can put them on TV for an hour showing how filthy they are. The women are fucking whores. Oh, excuse me. The women are whores, and the men are punks. They will name your price, and they will punk out for you. They will bend their ass over the sink for you. Just make the bag big enough, and they'll bend their ass over that sink for you. But that's what they're showing the people of the world. Now, the question is not so much this. We already know. It wasn't a question of whether we didn't know this. We knew this already. We know that we got people that are trying to do this to us and show us in this light, right? They would never approach two Jewish men and say, hey, you guys go on JTV and kiss like that. We're going to have a whole, and then you give us all these Jewish women and let them dance, shaking their ass out there, have their ass hanging out. There would never be nothing like that out there. Never. But look at you, brother. But see, it's like Ice Cube said, this is what they think of you. This is what they think of you. This is what they think of you. Joe Biden should have been flying down into that saying, hey, man, although we have nothing against homosexuality, that display was out of order. Where's Joe Biden? Why? I'm trying to tell you, these people don't care about you, man. They don't care what your children are looking at. Your children are looking at this. This wasn't on cable. This wasn't on like you have to pay a behind the paywall, pay-per-view. This is on basic cable. Basic cable. You can look at that and look at Sesame Street on the same plan. This is what these people think about you. BET, Black Entertainment Television. It's programming for slaves, whores, and hypocrites. That's what it is. It's programming for slaves, whores, and hypocrites. Ain't nothing wrong with doing wrong. Well, it is something wrong with doing wrong, but the wrongest part of doing wrong is continuing to do wrong. When you see wrong and you see yourself doing wrong, you should say to yourself, like the prodigal son, I'm not myself. I see that I'm not myself. I need to go back to my father's house. In my father's house, I was somebody there, but I lost my way. Look at me. I'm in the mud with pigs. I'm filthy like pig. Why we talk about pigs? Because pigs are filthy. This is filthiness, man. The whole BET awards, it has gotten to the point where it's unwatchable for decent people. It's unwatchable. Decent people can't even watch something like that, especially decent black men. You can't even watch something like that, man. It's absolutely Pied Piperism at its highest level, encouraging your children to be freaks, slaves, hypocrites, whores, and punks. All of that in a bad way. It was a time, even if you was homosexual, man, you could do your stuff in your private, and I believe, this is my personal belief. I don't know, because I don't know a lot of homosexual guys. I don't really run in their circles. But I believe the average homosexual person is even outraged with something like that. That's my belief. Even they say, wait a minute, hold on, man. Hold on, brother. You even going too far with this one. But see, it ain't about you. It ain't about the homosexual per se. It's about the behavior. It's about going too far. It's about showing black men in a way that will show other people. It's the people that running this BET network. We got them. We got them. We got them. Like Elijah Muhammad said, man, we could sell fried ice cream to these people. It don't matter what you sell, just put some grease on it. And we could sell it. And you got proof of that in your own neighborhood. You go to these chicken shacks and these fish shacks, who you see back there cooking? And who you see back there putting the money in the register? You answer that for yourself if you want to be honest. For the most part. For every one black-owned restaurant in the black community, is probably 15 or 20 other than black-owned restaurants. And you know what? This ain't even behind the paywall, bro. This is on regular cable, basic cable. Your children can watch SpongeBob and turn to something like this. My question is, what are we doing as black men, man? What are we going to do about this? Well, I'm telling you what we're going to do. What we should do, the first thing we should do is not boycott. A boycott means you're going to go back. When they start acting right, you go back. Never watch BET ever again. Never watch it again. It is an absolute outrage that they did something like that. They've been doing this every year, and we have been putting up with it and putting up with it and putting up with it. Never watch BET again. It is a slave-making, whore-inducing, punk-creating, hypocrite housing place where hypocrites, whores, punks, and freaks can go and watch and see things to entice them to participate in degenerate behavior. I know I was a degenerate. I know. And I used to watch BET and saw nothing wrong with it. So I'm talking as a post-degenerate, somebody that God shined the light in my eyes and my head, and finally the light came on. This is degenerate behavior. And don't send me something saying, oh, you're homophobic. This ain't got nothing to do. I would be saying the same thing if it was a man and a woman kissing here. Like that. This is socially unacceptable, brother. Because here's the main reason why this is socially unacceptable. It really doesn't even have anything to do with this person being a homosexual. What it has something to do with is showing it what you doing when there's a reason why you have sex away from your children, brother and sisters. It's a reason why. Because if you show them sexual behavior too early, what you're going to do is you're going to arouse them, and they're not going to be mature enough to handle those type of hormones attacking their body. It's going to be an attack on them, and they won't know what to do with it in this. So they're going to seek understanding, and there is nobody that wants to have that. There's nobody that's going to be able to comfortably be able to sit down and talk to them. They're going to realize that. And what they're going to do is go and try to self-medicate and try to self-understand on their own and run into people that's going to take advantage of them. That's why we don't want this. That's why. Oh, you have a problem with them because they're homosexual. Got nothing to do with it, man. We saying the same thing with the girls that's out there with their asses hanging out. We saying the same thing. You're enticing our young people, man. Our children, man. They're looking at the BET Awards to see the newest dances. They just trying to see they just trying to see people express themselves in different ways. They're not looking to be sexually aroused. Do you think people looking at Jewish TV to be sexually aroused? Do you think white people look at the nightly news to be sexually aroused? Do you think Asians look at their TV programming to be sexually aroused? For their children to be sexually aroused? The Latino brothers, their children to be sexually aroused? No. Only people that let their children be sexually aroused on a regular basis is us. And that's because we won't get together and say, F BET, F them, F a program. You are a programming station that programs, because that's what they do. They programming our children to be freaks, punks, slaves, and whores, and hypocrites. And what are we doing about it? Damn BET. Any black man, any heterosexual black man, even homosexual black man, because I believe, like I said before, I believe even homosexual black men are looking at this saying, wait a minute, you went too far on this one. I believe the average homosexual man wouldn't even look at that way. He would even say, man, hold on, man. I wouldn't even do that in front of some children. It ain't got nothing to do with you being homosexual. It got something to do with you having a sexual arousal. I say the same thing about a man and a woman having this type of conduct. What is that? Oh, it's this. A man and a woman having that kind of conduct. A man and a woman having that kind of conduct publicly. It's horrible. It's horrible. And so here's the solution. Never, ever, 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 ever watch BET again. If you're not a whore, if you're not a slave, if you're not a freak, if you're not a hypocrite, and you're not a punk, you should never watch BET again. Damn them. I hope that station go to hell. And the black people that work in there, I'm sorry for you. I hope you can get another job someplace else. Because one day you're going to realize, man, I said it on a video before. The how makes a difference. I'm getting $10,000 a month. I'm getting $100,000 a month. Yeah, but how is you getting that money? How is you getting it? The how is important. Just because you're getting $10,000 a month, but you stealing it from everybody? Or you leading people to their deaths? Like the Judas goat? Because you getting $10,000 a month? That's like a man saying, oh, I get sex all the time. I get sex all the time. Oh, you do? Yeah, I do. But he raping all these women. What? That makes a difference. That makes a difference. If you're raping women, that we can't count that as getting. We can't count that because you violating people. See, the how matters. The how matters. We can't. This is our brother. Lil Nas X is our brother. We can't jump on him for his behavior. It's really he's been used as a pawn. He's probably not even aware of. You think they coming to him saying, hey, this is going to be a bad look for you, but you should go ahead and do it. Or it's going to be a bad look for your people. Go ahead and do it. They ain't coming to him. They saying, here's the money. Here's how much we're going to pay you. We pay you X amount of dollars, X amount of millions of dollars to go out there and show that black men are nothing but hypocrites, freaks, punks, whores, and slaves. But do you think they break it down like that? They just say, here's the money. You're going to be able to do. We're going to solve all your problems. Just take the money. And they get this man a handler who handles all of that stuff. When he get bad press, they hide it from him. He get bad letters of people that say, hey, brother, you could do this better. Even from, I bet you get letters from homosexual brothers and sisters that say, hey, brother, you could have handled that a little better. They hide that from him. So this man running around thinking that, hey, everybody's cool with it. But they're not cool with it. At least us, those of us with our boots on the ground, we're not cool with it. I don't want to see two women kissing. I don't want to see a man and a woman kissing like that. I don't want to see a man and a man kissing like that. Not where our children can just turn from SpongeBob and turn to BET Awards, try to learn a new dance and see something like that and get sexually aroused. Who knows? See, but the thing is, people ain't trying to change. See, there's a reason why they're doing this to you and me. If you was really people that cared about you, or Joe Biden is really, how come Joe Biden ain't put out a statement about this saying that was over the line? How come Kamala Harris ain't put out a statement that was over the line? I have no problem with you being homosexual, but that was over the line on a public forum. You ain't gonna hear another peep out of none of them. And I'm with West Coast Cam. There should be some people in the game that step out and say, hey man, we don't have no problem with you. Because we, like I said, our brother being homosexual, man, we understand all of us have something going on. We understand. We on the Hajj to try to the pilgrimage to the better life. It's a constant Hajj, it's a constant pilgrimage. We constantly trying to improve ourselves. That's not the major issue. The major issue is doing this in a public forum. Now, what we gonna do, black man? I'm asking anybody, and I will debate anybody on it. If you think I'm homophobic, bring your ass over here and talk to me about it, and let's talk about it. I'll break you down like popsicle sticks. I ain't got nothing to do with homophobia. This has nothing to do with homophobia. This has everything to do with arousing our children sexually in public. That's what it has something to do with them. And what happens to children that get aroused like this too early is they get confused and they end up putting themselves in bad situations. Those are the little girls that end up in hotel rooms with dudes. They 12, 13 years old. They run away from home because some slick talking dude tells them, "Oh, I'll help you. I'll be down with you." And they think it. And next thing you know, they're being pimped out of a hotel room somewhere with lice on the bed and whatever else is going on. That's what they turn into, and then they get into the point where they get suicidal. And if they do ever come back, they never ever got their mind right. Same thing with the young men. Brother and sisters, I thank you for listening. We have got to say Eff BET, never watch BET ever again. That channel is for hoes, freaks, hypocrites, degenerates, and slaves. And if you watch BET from this point forward, just know you're turning your back on your people, and you are part of the problem. They should never get another dime of advertising money from any person advertising to black people because of this situation. And they've been doing this, so I'm not gonna don't put it all on Lil Nas X. This Pope brother it ain't all on him. I mean, this is just the latest in a ongoing, just an ongoing trash fest that they have every year, all the time on that channel. And then they cover it up with little Christmas specials, so they make it look like they about Christmas and Santa Claus and ho, 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 and black people coming together. But they really not. They're really not. They're about creating these controversies, because Viacom got way more money to deal with the controversy than to just have it just be regular. If they was out to help our people, I'd say, hey, let's do, I'd be behind them. But we can obviously see they not out to help black people. They're out to lead your people down to hell. They would never do this on VH1. They would never do something like this on VH1. Let me see them do it on VH1. Show me where they did it on VH1. Show me where they did it on MTV. Show me where they did it on JTV. Show me where they did it on, the Spanish network. Show me where they did it on the Asian network. Show me. They ain't going to be able to show you, brother. So we got to leave BET alone. BET is a mind-altering drug. You know what I'm saying? It's for punks, freaks, slaves, and hypocrites. Black people that's working there, you need to get your ass out of there right now. You need to quit today. That's what you should do. Quit today. Leave. Because decent black people are going to leave that goddamn thing alone. You can't even have your children watch something like this, man. We can't even have our children. People did want to have the children just to watch something decent. You can't even have it because you never know what the hell is going to be on BET. You never know what the hell they're going to do. And, I mean, when I say you don't know what they're going to do, we know what they're going to do. They're going to do something to destroy the minds of young black people. We just don't know which thing they're going to do to destroy the minds of young black people. I don't know. You tell me, am I crazy? Are y'all crazy? Is Lil Nas X crazy? Is BET crazy? I'm the one that can't see. It's just for fun, right? It's not no big deal. Brother Clarence, it's not no big deal. You should be able to, You taking it too serious. Am I? Am I? Am I? Okay, we'll see if any of this visits your home and then you tell me in 20 years I wasn't crazy. See, Dolores Tucker told us this was the way rap music was going. This is the way our music, not even rap music. She was talking about our music in general. It was leading up to stuff like this. And here we are. And so the people are here. We're going to take advantage of us based on the music. Anyway, I'm going on and on and on. You tell me what you think. And anybody that disagrees with me, come hit me up so we can chop it up on a live stream. Never be the aggressor, brother. Never be the aggressor.